Shalom family, shalom, how y'all doing? It's been a little minute. I ain't made a video in a while. Sorry, just finished relocating back to the States. We in the States now. Definitely happy to be back. Overseas, it's an experience, I tell you, but it's very limited, especially being on an island like I was. You can't do a lot of what you really want to do and establish what you want to establish. So I'm thankful to the Most High to be back. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about, obviously it's related to the coalition, but the topic is just more so dealing with distractions, right? Now, everybody who is aware of the different agendas that's out there, you know, the fake illnesses that's out there, all of the mandates that are associated with said illnesses, and everything like that. We know about those. We know about the agendas. We know about the Georgia Guidestones. We know about Planned Parenthood. We know about fluoride in the water. We know about chemtrails. We know about, you know, all of the different agendas, all of the different movements. You know, the YOLO, the Me Too, the LGBTQ, all of these different movements that are not beneficial to the community. We're aware of all of these things and how they play a part. And even though we're aware of all of these things and the role that they play, we still find ourselves living our lives in a sense of complacency, right? Like, are there people running amok in the streets right now, shooting guns and burning houses down and raping and pillaging and different things like that? No. But does that mean that we can get comfortable and not prepare for when those things begin to happen? Does it mean that you can just sit on your couch and just watch TV and put on all kinds of weight so when those things do happen, you're not physically fit enough to be able to handle it? No. Now's the time to be getting ready. Now's the time to be preparing. And if you've been watching any of my previous videos, especially in regards to the coalition, right, then you'll see that, you know, the time is now. Because once all of that stuff happens, you're going to be too late. You're going to be behind the power curve. And unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be a casualty. You know, it's sad to say, but I'm just being 100% honest with you. If you don't have no food stored, if you don't have the ammunition required, the firearms required, any weapon for that matter, and the knowledge to know how to use it, and the tactical training to be able to, you know what I'm saying, perform under pressure, under duress, because it's different. It's one thing to go to the gun range and shoot the gun that you bought, right, and hit a target that's standing still, that's stationary. It's another thing for your life to be at risk, your life to be on the line, someone coming at you, or you being shot at, you know what I mean, and then having to, you know, use that firearm, utilize that firearm, and hit a moving target. Because I don't know what movies and TV shows y'all been watching, but people who come in to kill you, they not standing still, or they stand in a straight line for you to be able to shoot them. There's a lot that goes in with that, right? They're not standing still. They're moving. They are strategizing as well. They are using cover, hiding behind all kind of obstacles. And it goes back to one of the original purposes and reasons for me even founding the coalition to begin with, right? Aside from it was a direct calling from the Most High that He put on my heart and consistently held me accountable to get this started and off the ground. But the one of the main reasons behind the coalition is so that you don't have to be by yourself, right? Even if you know, right, you got your food, you got your water, you got your supplies, your bug out bags, everything. You got your weapons, your ammo, you know how to use them, you and your whole household. Let's just say it's a standard household of 5, right? Husband, wife, 3 children. Say the children are old enough to be able to operate the firearm and know how to use it effectively. Okay, you got five 5 proficient individuals in the home who can defend that home, and fend off anybody who's trying to come against it, right? All right, cool. Now, what about when other people who would want to do you harm, what if they join together? I know a lot of people in the scene Walking Dead. I used this as an example in my previous video, right? The Negans of the world, right? 20, 30, 40 of them coming together to just go through areas and just pillage everybody, kill them, take their stuff. What is 5 people, even though y'all know what y'all doing, y'all trained or whatever, what are 5 of you gonna do against 40, 50 people? Eventually you either gonna get hurt, get injured, right? Run out of ammo. It's not like you can just go out on the resupply and scavenge the area to get more guns, ammo, food, water. If they want you, it's called a blockade. It's a military tactic that's been used for thousands of years. All they got to do is surround the house and wait you out. What if they decide to like Molotov cocktails or burn your house down, right? Everything that you've had stored up is not protected at that point. What you gonna do with that? With fire, you're gonna have to come out the house and it's a wrap, right? So basically, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is 5 people are not going to be sufficient to survive by themselves. It's not going to happen, right? And that's the survival piece, right? So unity in survival is about coming together, like-minded individuals, sharing information, sharing their skill set, sharing their experiences with one another, training and educating one another so that everybody is proficient in whatever areas they need to be. The people who know medical stuff can educate everyone. The people who are good with guns and military tactics and different things like that can educate everyone. And everybody benefits from it. And even more so when those people, those Negans, come against, not only are you not by yourself, but you have an entire coalition behind you. You have a community that's behind you. And speaking of community, yes, everybody in a coalition will be residing together, right? It may not just be in like a house, in one house. It may be land with multiple houses, a compound, a community. But you're not going to be by yourself. And that is the goal. Because when things kick off, and they're gonna kick off, we know this, and why the title of this video is Distractions, is because if you haven't seen the distractions, then I don't really know what to tell you, right? We've seen the fake illness. We've seen this Russia-Ukraine nonsense. All of the things in between, in the middle. Now they got this, and I promise y'all, I've been trying to stay off of Facebook the last 2 days or so, because all I'm seeing on my timeline is people talking about this Will Smith, Chris Rock stupid nonsense. And it's annoying because I understand the sheeple being, sheeple are gonna do what sheeple do. I get that, right? They're, oh my God, did you see him smack? They making jokes, they making memes. Some people are even having like deep discussions about like, defending your wife, or was he justified, and whatever the bull crap, right? Not even noticing that entire thing was staged. It was just a distraction. And everybody is treating this thing like, ooh, piece of candy. Like we was focused on what was matter. We was focused on the Most High. We was focused on keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. We was focused on loving one another. We was focused on building one another up, right? We was focused on gathering together. Things like Unity and Survival Coalition and all of these other organizations that's meant to benefit, the community. We was focused on those things, right? But then something happened, and then, it gets our attention. Now we focused on something that we don't got no business being focused on. It's not beneficial. It's not helping us. It's actually to our detriment. It's actually to our detriment. Tell me this. What about watching over and over a video of Will Smith smacking Chris Rock? What about any of that is beneficial to you? How does that enhance your life? How does that get you closer to serving the Most High? How does that help you keep the Torah? How does that help you encourage your brother or your sister? What does that do for you? And here's the thing. It's not just the sheep who I see speaking about it, reposting it and talking about it. It's the so-called people in this truth. It's the so-called people in this truth that's talking about it, that's doing it. And it's crazy. Here we are, supposed to be trying to live a set-apart lifestyle, and yet and still we fall into these worldly, carnal, westernized, wicked distractions so easily. It's just like dangling a carrot in front of a rabbit, a hamster on a wheel, like whatever analogy you need to put together. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They coming out with anything. Oh, let's get everybody to, do what we want. So we're gonna push this agenda. Oh, that agenda isn't working as well as we thought. Let's push a different agenda. They're not biting like we want them to bite. Let's send them something new. Nothing's working. All right, here's the Oscars. Let's make Will Smith smack Chris Rock, and then that'll really get their attention. And then a lot of people actually fall for it. I just find it. It's not humorous in the sense of funny. It's humorous in the sense that it saddens my heart, to be honest. It saddens my heart, to be honest. And I really want our people to wake up. I really want our people to take a look behind the curtain and really realize, like, we are in the last days, people. Now's not the time. And I'm not saying don't watch TV or anything like that. That's that's up to you and how you choose to establish and, live your life or whatever. But just understand that there needs to be a sense of urgency in regards to the areas of our lives that need work. Well, and it might not all be like physicalness. Like, I was talking to somebody and they were like, well, I just don't feel like I need to physically equip myself for, the coming days, like you say. I feel like, my faith is sufficient and different things like that. And while I do disagree with that statement wholeheartedly, it's not all physical. You might be lacking in areas of your life that's spiritual. You might be lacking in faith. You might be lacking in forgiveness. You might be lacking in love. You might be lacking in knowledge, wisdom, or understanding. You might be lacking in self-control or discipline. You might have the guns, the ammo. You might have people in your corner. You might have equipment, bug out bags. You might have own land that you can defend. You might have the knowledge to defend it and all of that. But if your heart not right, if you're not moving and operating within the Ruach, then you got work to do. And some people might be full of all of that. They might have the love, the faith, the forgiveness, the compassion, all of the things. They might be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, but they're not acting on some of the physical things that's required. You're gonna have to require to, do things that you might not be comfortable or used to doing in your normal lifestyle, right? You might have to change your diet up. You might have to exercise more. You might have to go out and purchase a firearm or 2 or 3 or however many you feel like you need. You might have to, spend money to invest within your own education in regards to operating that firearm. You know what I'm saying? It might take some of the things that you haven't done in your life. It might take some of the things that you need to, accomplish in order to adequately prepare yourself for what's coming. Because you don't want everything to fall and you be left behind. And why? When you could have done it. And a lot of it is, money isn't an issue for a lot of us. The same amount of money, brother. I'm gonna go at my brothers for a second. The same amount of money that y'all spending on Jordans and these other Nikes and Kobe's and all of that, that's $100+. Do you know how much ammo you can buy with $100+? If you just save you know, instead of buying 3 pairs of them Jordans, you could have went and got you a nice, dependable firearm. You could have gotten you, I don't know how many canned goods. I don't know how many, you know what I'm saying, how many gallons of water, how much money you could have invested into lumber and different building materials, if that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? Just anything. We spending money on shoes and all of this unnecessary stuff, but we are not looking at what's right in front of us, and we're not preparing for it, right? I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience where I'm seeing a large number of people walking in a straight line, and at the end of the road that they're walking on is just a cliff, and everybody's just falling off, and you see it happening, and I'm just yelling at the top of my lungs at everybody that's in front of me, like, yo, stop walking, turn around. And nobody's paying attention. Nobody's paying attention. Everybody's just blindly following the individual in front of them. And I'm like, yo, it's a cliff. You're going to fall off. Come back, turn around. I'm grabbing them and pulling them, and some of them I can pull around and they start to turn around. But I, being one person, I can't get everybody to turn around. Some people, I turn around, they start walking in the other direction, and then they catch a glimpse of someone that's still walking towards the cliff, and they turn around again, get back in line and follow them. What can I do at that point, right? And I'm not talking about like I'm in this by myself, because there are a lot of individuals, there are a lot of brothers and sisters that speaking the truth, whether it's biblical or whether it's in terms of, you know, just preparing. But we are a drop. We are a small drop in a big, large bucket compared to the total amount of people. We need more people to speak up. We need more people to speak this truth. We need more people to do the things that are required in order for, you know what I'm saying, enough people to actually hear the message to be able to get up, turn around from being in that line, and walk away from that cliff. We need more people to join in. And this isn't even a call to action to get you to join my coalition. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I'm gonna be real with you, and all the people that's already in the coalition that's watching this video, they're probably laughing right now. We selective. We not just taking everybody. So it's not that I want you to join my coalition. I want you to just do something. This is a call to action for you to wake up. This is a call to action for you to, I'm sorry, I'm looking over here to see when I get off my exit. This is a call to action for you to establish yourself in the right mindset so you can take action to do the things that you need to do for your survival, spiritual and physical. The Most High helps those who help themselves, right? Your faith is not going to save you from destruction. Let me say that again. Your faith is not going to save you from destruction. You need to use your faith as a tool to understand that what's written in the scriptures is going to come to pass. And if you're reading about destruction in the scriptures and know that's going to be on the forefront, then why not prepare for that now? And taking physical action to prepare takes nothing away from your faith. It actually is reinforced by your faith. Right? I have faith in the scriptures enough to know that stuff is gonna happen. It's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Shit is gonna hit the fan. And when it hits the fan, I'm gonna be ready and I'm gonna be prepared. And those who are with me, right? Those who are with me are also gonna be prepared. And we are gonna deal with this head on together as a family, as a community, as a coalition, as a nation, in accordance with the instructions in the scripture. And that's the big difference. That's the biggest difference, right? So keep your eyes focused, because the agendas are everywhere and they're obvious. They're putting them in magazines, they're putting them in movies, TV shows, it's in the music. You know what I'm saying? When these celebrities are making these appearances on commercials and stuff, they They doing all kind of subliminal messaging. They when they for these award shows, like the halftime show and all of these award shows, they are doing live rituals. They are doing rituals live on television. But you are so consumed in consumerism that you ain't even paying attention to what's in front of y'all. And is it your fault? No, because you've been conditioned to do this. You've been programmed to do this. If you look back and when TV was originally invented and people were able to actually purchase televisions in their homes and watch them, TV was originally called TV or television programming. Like if you ask, for those of you who have older parents and grandparents, ask them what they used to watch on TV back in their day, and they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, I used to watch my programs. Programming. What is programming? Programming is taking something and making it so, or manipulating in such a way to get a desired effect. Whatever that desired effect is can differ, but you can program something or someone to do whatever you want them to do. If they want, I'm gonna give y'all an example. LGBTQ is now in our society. It's huge. It's everywhere. You can't watch a movie. You can't watch a TV show. It's now getting into the children's programs, the children's TV shows and stuff. Disney is promoting it. You can't go anywhere without seeing it. It's accepted as a part of mainstream society. However, the further you go back in time, you didn't see that, especially on television. Right? It was forbidden at one point. Then when it was slightly accepted on television, it was restricted and it was extremely taboo. And then it became more and more. And then over the last 30 years on television, more and more has seeped in. And you're watching it. So you're being programmed as you watch it. Originally, you would see it on television and be like, no, that's wrong. And it bothered you in such a way, right? And then over time, over years, consistently seeing it subtly, subliminally, over and over and over and over again on various TV shows and movies and on TV, period, you become what's the word I'm looking for? Numb. You become numb to it, and then you see it in real life, and it doesn't trigger for you. You don't look at it like that's wrong. You look at it like, oh, well, I've seen it consistently, so it doesn't bother me anymore. And now it's to the fact where, you see it on the streets and just a normal part of life. But that's a part of programming. You've seen it so many times. You've heard discussions about it over the radio and in discussions. You're seeing these laws being passed that's supporting and endorsing it. So it's nothing that's taboo anymore. It's nothing that's out of the ordinary. And so it doesn't bother you. That's a part of programming. Right? When you have children and you want them to be open-minded in regards to the types of food that they eat, so they don't be super picky. When they're children, you give them everything. And guess what? They're going to grow up liking everything. Now, there's probably going to be some foods that they just genuinely don't like, the taste of it, the texture, whatever the case may be, and they probably don't rock with it. But for the most part, generally speaking, they're going to be well-rounded, and their diets are going to be well-rounded. They're going to be eating their fruits, their vegetables. They're going to be eating their different meats. Or even if you raise them vegan, they're going to eat vegan, and it's not going to be an issue. But it lets you try to, give them a certain diet and then change it up later on in life and expect them to just accept it. You're going to have some issues. You're going to have some difficulties, right? That is a form of programming. Now, it's not a negative programming, but it's still a form of programming because you're getting them to be able to, establish that type of diet early on in their life, right? If you got kids and all you do is feed them fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, pizza, all of these types of things, as they go older, that's what they're gonna want. And then you try to, when they 12 years old, you put a plate of, broccoli, carrots, some rice in front of them. What's that? Where my chicken nuggets at, nigga? Like, that's what they gonna be wanting, you feel me? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's so much going on. Y'all need to pay attention. So much going on. Look, man. I know somebody's gonna watch this. I know somebody's gonna watch this and be like, you know what, brother, you right. I got you. Let me start getting my life together. And all praises to the Most High for you, brother or sister, whoever you may be. I know a lot of people probably not gonna watch it, but even in those who do, they probably not gonna change nothing. But if I can impact one person, if I can touch one person, wake somebody up out of that line and have them do that 180 and walk away from the cliff, you know, whether or not it's for my coalition or not, right? I just want to see as many people make it as possible, right? And when I say make it, I'm not even necessarily talking salvation. I'm talking just have the opportunity to survive, to continue to be alive and breathing, to continue to do the work that the Most High told us to do and instructed us to do. So with that said, if you don't know, I did create a coalition. I founded a coalition, the Unity and Survival Coalition. If you want more information, more will be in the description below. I'll put some more links from other videos that I did, and I'll also put the link to the form that you fill out if you're interested in applying. I will say, if you believe in the illness, the fake illness, and you received the treatment for that illness, you are automatically disqualified. You can't be in the coalition, unfortunately. But outside of that, you know, you believe in the Most High, and I'm not doctrinal based, but if you believe in the Most High, you know what I'm saying, then and you're interested in joining a body of like-minded individuals, I say go ahead, put your bid in. Go ahead, put your bid in. If you want more information, watch these other videos. Hit me up personally. If you know me on Facebook, it's Akeem Johnson, A-K-E-E-N, not M, Akeem Johnson. You can comment below on the video and I'll respond on this video or any of my other videos. You can email me. Email me at Unity and Survival Coalition at gmail.com. I would give you my other email, but that's more so for like music and different things like that, music and ministry and stuff like that. But this one right here, if you're interested specifically in the Unity and Survival Coalition, email Unity and Survival Coalition at gmail.com, and I will personally reply back to you as soon as I can. Most likely it'll be within the same day, but you know, life happens, so forgive me, Salakia, if I don't respond right away, but I will make sure that I get around to it. If you just want generalized information, definitely hit me up. If you want to talk Bible, scripture, studies, you can hit me up for that as well. lyrical.entertainment21 at gmail.com is the email for all of those types of things. I don't want this video to be too long. We're getting close to 30 minutes, so that's long enough. With that being said, I pray you guys literally take this message to heart. And if not anything else I said in this video, take this to heart. Just be sure to open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on, and get ready. Read the scriptures. Go buy a gun. Get a bug out bag. And definitely look into linking up with like-minded individuals. It don't gotta be my coalition. It don't even gotta be a coalition at all. It can just be you, some of your family members, some of your friends, anybody. Do that. Get ready. because it's coming. Y'all be safe, family. Take care and shalom.